Testing. Hello. Perfect. All right. So I now have an idea about the way that I'll code my level editor. Oh, also let me change that. So, but first I'm gonna work on waypoint. Waypoint path planning, something like that. Let's see. Dun, dun. Good music. The Samura OST. Main theme, rather. Okay. Oh yeah, I meant to try something. Give me one more sec before I truly start the stream. Also, what? Yeah, I was working on waypoints. Okay, cool. Oh, what? That's hilarious. Okay, sorry, that was funny. Hey, Dedal, how are you doing? How the... I'm gonna try something I've never done. I'll put my stream link on LinkedIn. LinkedIn or whatever, however they say it. But this thing is weird. It's like it's so weird. I'm doing pretty good. I'm starting to understand what I'm doing. I guess I say that every time, but it will be true someday. Man, this social network thing is weird. Eh, whatever, I will try it. It's gonna be crap. Oh, and they replaced links with their own... Oh, what? Object, what is this? Okay, sorry, yeah, linked is weird. Weird site, but we'll try it, we'll see what happens. Alright. Hey, check this out. So the last time you were here, yeah, so you didn't see the new stuff. Get ready. Oh, I say that every time, but yeah, I gotta debug mono game, but I don't want to do it now. But it would save me so much time if I did. But like debugging that might take like 20 to 30 minutes. While building takes 2 minutes. So I'd have to build like 15 times to make up for the debugging time. I guess that's less than a month though. Could be worth. I like the rhythm in this. Are we okay? Oh, and there's a bunch of skipping. Nice, lucky. Nice, we're there. Okay. Alright, let's drop the sound. So I was working on this thing, waypoints. Okay, before, let's see. Entity waypoint. IDR order. I think you need a chain of like children, parent. Is it a two-way link though? A one-way link? You want to be able to go back in time and forward. Why did this get changed? Oops, not this, that. Oh, I got rid of the systems. I don't see why I should. At least not yet. Okay, I'm thinking about like the way, like I figured out how to code something, but it wasn't this. But I want to do this first before I do my other thing. Or maybe I shouldn't. So I need an editor that allows me to put points down and link them together. So let's say this is like you have a starting point and then you go somewhere else. Oops. And then they're linked together. Based on the distance, you're able to tell when something happens. So let's say this is at 0. Then you walk, this is at like 2000. Oop. $30,000. Okay. And let's say like you have a wait. So it's like wait here until 3,500. If you go back here. Oops. Bam-ba-da-dum. Okay. Okay, so once you have this though, then this will work in the context of the timeline. So then when you want to know where you're at, let's say, I look like, where am I at 1000? It would like put me somewhere here. If instead I'm at like, where am I at 5000? It would be like somewhere here. Okay, but I think I will commit this right away, and then I'll do a slight little change to my sprite batch. What did I do here? Only waypoint stuff. Good. Alright. So right now I'm getting limited by my way of passing the sprite batch around. So all my draws take a sprite batch. But now I need more than just that. Dun, dun. So I think I'll move the sprite batch in here as a static. Oh, what? Public static sprite batch. Is it just S? This is so weird. Loading. Oh, I guess some of those are compiler warnings. Anyway, public static shape batch SB. Okay. The sprite batch is in, yeah, it's spread out everywhere. I want to get rid of all of that. Oh, GUI helper. True, I guess those we don't care. Okay, U S. Wrong button. So you're not there anymore. We'll put it in utility. Probably it changes later. Graphics. Content. am I supposed to dispose? I don't have dispose on this, right? Oh. I guess I forgot. I'll have to put a mental note. Maybe I leaked memory. Oh, but all of those get deleted. Yeah, whatever, I'll keep it, I'll replace, but... before the end of this, I'll have it, all of this will be deleted. Well, most of this. No. Okay, you stay like that, I guess. Or I guess this is the first one that I change. Sure. Oh. Oh, and now those are simplified, nice. Oh, and now those don't have anything. I'll let the errors stay. Okay. Oops, not that. Okay, sure, good enough. Well... yeah. Okay. No, this one is just S. No, don't do that. Okay, that's good. Okay. Oh, we're down to only 21 errors. Surprising. Sure, I'll do the errors first. Oh, this. Well. Seven errors. Raw units, I guess. I don't do that just yet. Okay. Mode. Draw UI. Sure, I'll do that for now. That gets deleted soon. Oh, that included it. My bad. Oh, this one is gone. I might have to go check what's going on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oops, look at the complete on that. Let's undo. There we go. Da-da-dum. 5 errors left. Oops. Da-da-dum. Da-da-dum. So I'm just moving things around so that I can make room for a new thing. Also, I'm getting annoyed just passing that around everywhere. I think the right utility is not that much better, but that also sucks, but it's okay in the short term. Okay, down to 63. Start with this. This gives room for some bugs, but I think it will be okay. Wow, this one is written as Pride Batch, interesting. That goes to show I wasn't as lazy in the past. How does it not utility? I am in the right namespace. Rashtal.utility. Is there a utility in here too? Is this is there a typo, Rash? Let's see if I can use autocomplete and it guides me or something. Utility dot s and what? It auto-completed correctly though. Is there really a name clash? Wait, what? Oh, pipeline. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I guess this one needs to keep it. It's not the end of the world anyways. So I'll rename this while I'm at it. Because this one is in a special layer 0. So there's a project that can consume this that doesn't have access to layer 1. So yeah, the other thing didn't exist there. Okay, fair enough, whatever. Okay, that's good. I tried. Entity paste, let's just go and change that. Oh, okay, I did that at the same time. Nice, nice. Oh, now I don't need this. Nice. So that simplifies some stuff, so that's good. that not work? Okay. Oh. There we go. Still 12 errors. Wait, I broke? That's funny. This one just had nothing, pretty much. I'll have to be smart about this later. Oops. Okay, no more errors. Let's keep going. This is kind of pretty much ready for removal, but the code is not smart enough to know that this is not null. If you're null, return false. Why does it not realize that? So menu, you don't need. Path editor, yeah. Unit. Sheet. This one is required. The ones here, that's okay. Draw. Oh. Alright. Wait. We're down to only 4? That's pretty fast. Diffuse. Draw diffuse. Diffuse is what? Oh yeah, this one is required because it's a animated sprite, and this one has to have it. There we go. This one I can get rid of. While I'm here, might as well use a different way of commenting it out. Oh, this whole code is dead. But I think I'll keep it for now. I use now single line comments because you can't nest multi-line comments. But single line comments, I can come here and do this, and now this is okay. And if I want to uncomment, pretty easy. It doesn't touch these. So that's why now I prefer single line comments. Gameplay. We're done. S. Oh, S was already a mistake. I guess I forgot to fix it. Anyways. Alright. Everything else is quite okay, I think. Yep. Oh, yeah, this is all okay. Let's just run it, because this was kind of dangerous. Hey, it works. No crash. Awesome. Okay. So yeah. Globalize spread batch or something. Yep. Let's go. Okay, so now my rendering pipeline is accessible from everywhere. Or like, yeah. It will be harder to debug, possibly, but then again, maybe not. You just need more discipline compared to before. Alright, now that I have that, let's do the reason for this was a waypoint. So this here. Now we don't want to use that. Oh. And this one, view, like that. So this goes in here. So now I can do utsb dot draw circle. It's not that though, it's a draw, it's circle, border circle, where I have my rect, that's center. Oh, it's just that, okay. Radius is this. Color C is border circle. Oh, so I don't want that. It's not draw circle. Border draw. It's just draw circle. Yeah, okay, never mind. It was that. So center, float, and now I have two colors. So the inside should be green. 600. The outside should be white. Really white? Yeah, whatever. Thickness, just 2F. Okay, but now I don't think I need +2. Okay. So for the entity waypoint paste, I don't think I can do that. Oh, I can, because I did do something. Alright, is there a way to clean this up? Else if E is entity waypoint based and not is waypoint layer. I don't yet know the right abstraction for this. Waypoint layer. Then you pretty much and SB begin view think. Because now I have two of them to play with. So if we're not that, but that. Is waypoint equals true. The other one is mask equals false. Do I put that first? So we have this, that. And then we want the cleanup or something. So if is entity waypoint paste and is waypoint layer. Is waypoint layer. We do SB end and then the other one is okay. And then I have to do this. Yeah, this is if is layer mask. They can't both be layer mask at the same time, right? I'm not sure. Is waypoint equals false. So now they can't. Else if is waypoint. There's no reason to set false here, but whatever. SB.end. And now there's a bug. There's no bug. Not the most efficient, but whatever, I guess. So that should be cool. Let's try it. Oh, there's still one that I need to do, right? Highlight. Oh, did I mess it up? No, I did not. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. I crash. Oh, did I not? Whoops. Oh, that's good that I crash. So this was the same thing, pretty much. So how do I do the highlight now? I kind of don't want to do it. What would be nice is if I coded something that I'd call a meta batch. Then I could like replace both the sprite bash and the shape bash by something else called meta batch. And then use that instead. So it looks better, that's for sure. Or does it? Oh, the highlight makes it look shit. Yeah, without the highlight it looks good. Bum, bum. Instead of white, maybe I use like green 900. Okay, so I'll fix the highlights later, probably. Let's commit that. Gotcha. That was a lot of work just to do that. Be able to use this line. Okay, there's one more little thing I want to do. Right now when I right click, I clear my buffer. But that's kind of annoying. I'd rather like transfer the crit buffer into like another buffer. But then that means I have 3 buffer thing. But then I'd like to like toggle it like dun. Is there a way that I could maybe I add a bool called like is creating. Then I can disable that. Is creating would be simple enough, and then I don't have to copy stuff around. For each. Paste. If I do that, yeah, let's do it. Equals, let's say, false. Well, here's the issue. Hey, one thing that I want to check. If I copy and I have nothing, what happens? Copy. Oh, I do check if it's more than 0. Nice, nice. Smart. In other words, so if I am creating... Hey, welcome to my screen. I was about to say, why are you saying welcome? You don't welcome me, I welcome you. So yeah, I don't want to clear it, I don't think. Instead, I want to do is creating equals not is creating happy March. Yeah, that's true. March. If create buffer count is more than 0, is creating and that spring. Not here. Here the snow there's so much snow that it's higher than the house. The house is like everywhere. There was like in the past week we had like so much snow. And it's cold. Let's see, right now it's minus 13, not that bad, I guess. Like in one day, I think we got like half a meter of snow. in the backyard. Yeah, I think that was the craziest year I've seen. What is this? Draw. We'll do if is creating bam bam. Hey, Torn. Spring. Yeah, spring will be nice. I can't wait to go back outside in the morning. Well, I guess that will be summer where it's warm and I read my book. I mean, this will take a while because it doesn't get warm in the summer here until like a lot later. Like, I think it only becomes warm around July. Nope, I'm not in Toronto. I once lived near Toronto, like 45 minutes away. For how many years? 3 years, I think. 3 years? Yeah, I think so. I wasn't streaming back then. I only started to stream in 2014. Huh. Oh, and now if you do this, you have to make sure that is creating equals true. Yeah. Create path. Yeah, I'm sure that's okay. Yeah, everything's okay. Wait a second. Create path sidebar. Oh, right, never mind. It's okay, everything's okay. What is this? Create. This one is already gated, so I don't have to do anything. Paste. I was considering. Well, now you don't have. Oh yeah, right. If paste buffer that count is more than 0, I'll just do it like that. It's kind of weird, but like I was able to avoid this check because of the loop, but now I think I want is creating equals true. Wait, what? Never mind. Get hovers. Create buffer count. Do I have to do that? Is there a way for me to make it so that I don't have to like it? Like the is creating and can I make it so that I don't have to use this part? So essentially this is false when this is 0. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's just, well, maybe I followed it. So create. So is creating true. Create buffer is creating, yeah, that's for the draw. Everything else that gets set. And so by default is creating is false then. Because we start the thing as false. Then when you click on something, it becomes true. from there, it's impossible to clear it. Create buffer, clear, then it adds instantly. Okay. So I think I'm allowed to drop the more than 0. Well, no, here I don't want to drop it. But in the hovers, I think I'm allowed now to drop it. This here. Because I don't think this case is... if this is that, then we know this. Because I'm being careful. And now we're just toggling. Right click press. But now this creates a bug. Ah, man. Because it starts as false, and if I click, it might not be. So I guess equals not that, but also if is if create buffer that count, is it bigger than 0? If it's 0, then it becomes false, so the whole thing is false. If it's more than 0, then we can toggle. I think this is correct. And false gives false. Yeah, yeah. So now doing this, I'm able to do that, like toggle. I can like hide it and bring it back. Yeah, I think I like it. Hey, why is it drawn like that? The highlights are not always completely on top. Also, why is my mouse there? Copy. Shoop. Wait, what? My mouse is in the center. But now my mouse is like... I mean, it's working, but why? Did I special case those? What if I copy everything? What? I can't... wait. This is copy. I clear the paste buffer. Bam bam. And when I paste... Wait, where's my paste? Paste. Ba-da-ba. Should I clear when I don't have anything to paste? I wonder. Wait, or Maybe I shouldn't, I'm not sure. So like, let's say I restart, well, okay, well, let's just wait first. Paste, for each in paste buffer, I just transfer, there's nothing weird going on. And then when I do create then, or not create, maybe the draw, wait. Okay, and if I put it down, it does go there. But wait, when I go, or let's say I take this whole thing. Oh, no, never mind, it's not centered, it's based on like the first element, and I'm guessing like the first element is something, right. So if I would have selected like something else. Yeah, this is, okay, never mind. Wait, so do I get a crash then if I put like a bunch of that? Huh. It's nice how responsive everything is. There's no delay in the highlights or anything. Anyways. Yeah, never mind. I'm hunting for something that doesn't exist. That's why I can't see it. Anyways, now I have that. I think that's good. Oh yeah, there's one bug I need to check. Let's say I have nothing to paste. And I try to... Wait, what was the case? I have nothing to paste. But I have something in my create buffer. So here I have something in my create buffer. And I try to paste, I lose my create buffer. And I can't bring it back. I think that's bad. Yeah. So let's go into paste and move this little line in here. I guess that was an issue even before. So if there's nothing to paste, don't clear. I think that will at least, yeah, I think that's better. So that would have made a bug. It would have made it possible for this to be true, but there's nothing in here. So now there's nothing to paste. I try to paste, nothing happens. But if I have something to paste, and now I want to, then yeah. Okay. Allow hiding create buffer. Dum 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 dum. Okay, do I work on the thing I meant to work though today? I should. There's one thing though I could try. What I'm doing right now is like just quality of life stuff. So wait, why does the highlight sometimes get drawn in a weird order? I draw that. Oh, because of simple highlight. Maybe? No. If I look at, let's say, island, entity, island. Ah, this is the reason. It's drawn together for the case of the paste. Is it bad, maybe? There's one more big thing I need to do. It's my align to grid for when I create stuff. Or having proper grid snapping when you have multiple things mixed together. AD crew. You have a stroke? I'll take that as a yes. Bum, 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 bum. Ah man, align to grid, how do I code that? I have like an idea, but it complicates everything. Face planted, rip. It's like you open the stream and then you're like, oh no, my eyes, ah. Alright, yeah. So let's say I have like this. Oops. This is nice to snap to the grid. But let's say I have this and this. Bam. Wait, what? Is my rendering broken? Oh, I have a bug. This is much smaller than it should look, I think. Or if anything, when I put it down, it should look bigger, not smaller. It's squished. Oh, I made... Oh, so my code from the other day is bad. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Yeah, this one is squished. Maybe I inverted an axis. Yeah, the ratio is wrong. I'm getting squished assets. Why? Oh, this is annoying. It will be hard to debug. Time space, yeah. When I copied though, the display was still okay. What's going on? Oh! Maybe it's this that's wrong. Wait. How do I... Horn? You click on that. Width. Height. Divided by relative width. Am I supposed to do multiplied? That? But, okay. But then when I draw it... Rec. Oh, that's the one that's wrong, I think. Let's compare. I have source here. Yeah, I think this line is the one that's wrong. Zoomed out. No. Well, maybe, but we'll see. Wait, what? Oh, oops, I added the wrong key. It's wrong. Horn. Oh. I should use capitalized. Okay, this one is okay. Orn.texture. But this one should be O. This one is okay. Is that the way? Oh, I should comment that out. I'll have to debug if this doesn't work. That looks good now, I think. Okay. Let's debug anyway though. Okay. So you wanna be, well, okay, we don't care about X, Y, whatever. We care about width. .265 and height. Okay. And on source width 265, that's good. 234, that's good. I think that means everything's good. Because it's 1-1 with the source, so that's good. It's kind of a funny mistake to do. Does it mean I had a... No, I think... yeah, I think it's good. Let's debug. Let's do 1 here, just to see. Oh, I'm not allowed because I edited the code rip. This one I already checked though, but let's try it anyways. So this with and I also want to do orn.main source. 207, that's good. 198, 198. Okay, this is good. Good. Okay, how do we handle now? I'll just comment this though, the bug fix. How do I handle grid snapping? Fix orn base. One thing that could be good later is to have my create buffer support the same functions like this. So I could just take like this, bam, put it like right here. Then I wouldn't need to do all of this. The issue is that I would have to have something equivalent to this, but I don't really want that. Okay, so in order to support grid snapping when you have many item types, right now I'm doing something dumb where it's snapping the selection rectangle pretty much. So when I have this, it's snapping not really to the items, but to the selection rectangle, which is currently hidden, but it's what it's getting snapped to. So when I have something like this, and now it's snapping not to this anymore, but like really the selection, which is like up here. And also it's snapping down here. So like the top left, bottom right. So we have to be more precise. We have to be able to say, don't snap to the rectangle thing, snap to a point somewhere inside the selection. So you don't snap to the bottom right, top right, bottom right things. You snap to a point. In other words, you snap to the grid with an offset. That's what it means. Let's go look at my rect stuff. Where are they? When I snap. So if the grid is not null, I wonder if this was done, this to do. So I want to add snapping to an arbitrary point, pretty much. So not only to like those, left, top, right, bottom, left, top, right, bottom, This is a bool. This would be code that I wish I had more comments. Final left, final right. This is what determines if you're closer. It swaps them. If this is bigger than the right, then you want the left to be right, the right to be left. Why did you set that to null? What's the case? Valid proxy. I forgot what proxy even means. Screen area 10. That's a rectangle. Oh, that's a proxy is a rectangle. I see. Or create a new one. Okay. It's not null. So we always edit that. And then at the end, this becomes or not. There. This algorithm is so tight. Some good stuff right there. But now it's hard to read. I need to modify snap. Did I not think about that when I coded that? Snap to an arbitrary point. That sucks. Snap an arbitrary point to the grid. I guess I was thinking maybe I could offset the grid. Let's see what I do with the grid though. Grid is not null. Wait, grid is not null. So why do I have this? This can't happen because this is already not null. Right? This has a value always because I already checked. I don't need anything weird here. So you're saying that the snap with the version that has this is never used. I think I could delete that, yeah. Wait, how did I not realize that when I was refactoring the other day? That's odd. So, yeah. This is just not null, ever. If there's a grid, then there's a... If there's no grid, you still have that code. So new left, new top, you write that here I'm copying the value. So x plus width is just right. Why do I do that? Why don't I just get the right value from, like, without doing this? So this is not null. How do you know this is not null though? It doesn't say. Anyways, why can't I just do left, top, right, y plus height is bottom? Yeah, that makes sense. Why was that not already the code? It ends up being the same thing, but okay, it's not broken, so that's good. Good, good. So if the grid is not null, I want to snap left, top, right, bottom. So snap the left to the grid, and grid is a value of grid size. So for example, 200. And how does snap work? It's a floor, so I do grid, and okay, and it snapped to the nearest. Value divided by grid, and then plus 0.5. So if my number is like 400 divided by 200, that's... So I get a unit, yeah, and then plus 5. Floor, and then you times grid, so you get your number back. Okay, that's good. So yeah, so I get a snap left, snap top. So all the sides are getting snapped. Bam bam. Then you get the difference. So you get the difference between the snapping value and the old value. So you get the new minus the old. But how this is... Yeah, whatever. The snapping minus the current thing, whatever. Okay. Now what do? You do a bias. What does that mean? So if we're dragging the left or the center means everything. Then you do the ABS of diff left or diff right. So you want to know the magnitude of the difference between left and right, or right. So with diff left, so it could be negative if the left gets increased or gets decreased. Is it snapping to the up or snapping down? Yeah, so whatever. So we get the diff, ABS that, and check if the diff is bigger on the left side or on the right side. And then you say, okay, snap. So if the left side is smaller, then you want to snap to that since it's closer. So you want to bias left. I guess that's what it means. So if we're supposed to bias left and we're not currently dragging right, because if we're dragging right, we don't want to bias left side. This part is interesting because it's the same thing as that, but inverted. If this is true and this is true, so if this is bias left, is it possible? Is this even required? This check right here? If Hasley. If we're at the drag handle center, then we don't have the right, no? What? Where's this set? Drag handle. Oh.
I am a robot.
Hey, thanks for your follow, Gloomiest. Welcome. Okay. So is it possible for center and right to be set at the same time, the flags? If we do that, then you're there. Otherwise that, I think you can have both at the same time. When does this get reset to none? If we are dragged and released, it gets set to none. sure how many times I used this bit shifting. Oh, just here. Alright, so this code is throwing me out for a loop. Because I'm sure I knew what I was doing when I coded that, right? So if we're dragging left or we're dragging center. So if we're not dragging left and we're not dragging center, then this whole thing is false, no? If this whole thing is false, wait, let's say the drag handle is right. Then this has to be false, and this has to be false, no? If we're dragging right, doesn't that become instantly false? Let's say that it's true. Doesn't this mean that this is always false? So you end up with true and obviously true. Should I try to just delete all these lines? This seems like OCD code. Oops. Let's try to remove that and see what happens. Ah, come on. Ah, no, what? Let's remove all this. Yeah, when in doubt, comment it out. Or just delete it. I mean, I'm thinking that I had the check, and then eventually I added like other things. Maybe the code was different, and then, no, we'll see. So I take this. It works. I take this. It works. I know it works because I see that the sides of the thing get snapped correctly to the grid. Let's try with this. We'll make it a weird shape. Oh no, we'll drag. That works. Yeah, I was right, I think. Center. This just works. This works. Let's make it weird again. That works. So yeah, I think that was just OCD code. Alright. Now. I want to add a way to snap to an offset. Or offset is like a second grid. No, it's not. Well, can I get this code to be refactored? Hey, how are you doing, by the way, OU? final right, left, final right. Wait, so this means if we're closer to the left right, the left side, we want to snap to the left. So in other words, the final left is snap left, bam. But then the right, we want to move it by the diff. That makes sense. We snap the left, bam, and then the right moves accordingly. Yeah. So what is this code for then? Why do we have to flip? If final left is bigger than final right, is that even possible? Let's rerun and I'll try to put the... Because obviously you need a positive value so that the width is positive. Why don't I just put ABS instead of flipping? You do like ABS here. But anyway, let's put this in here, this in here. This has to not happen, right? It doesn't happen. Let's try this. It doesn't happen. Okay. Let's try this. This one is more interesting because it's resizing. Oh, now it happened. Why? Minus 93. Well, okay, fine. I should probably do the check before it changes. I guess I do need to swap because you also need to do the left and the top. Yeah. So let's just put that again. So this doesn't happen. Wait, what? There's a case where it does happen though. This minus 2000 is bigger. Yeah, this is true. I don't know what's the case though. Oops, not that. Okay, I start like this. Now we're positive. Okay, that did not do it. I wasn't snapping, but that makes sense. Wait. Yeah, I think it just handles the case where the selection flips and becomes negative, and then you just fix it for that frame. And then the next time it's not gonna be broken, maybe. Okay. So in order to support another point, so we have the grid. I want want to snap the left side, the right side, or if I provide a point, I think it means we ignore left and right and we only snap to that one point. So in other words, we instead of having left, top, right, bottom, we only have left, top. Can I like refactor this so that you have a function that only takes the left that only takes a point. Let's say like left, top. That only takes a single value. The left and the grid. Boop, boop. So in other words, I would take only left, only snap left, snap left only this. What about this? Because this only makes sense with the right two, right? Snap right, new right. Snap right is the right side. We don't care about this because so I guess I need a function that does the snap left and the diff. I guess it returns that. So then I can maybe this snap, let's go check who's using this. This and that. Right. So I think I need a new snap function that returns the diff. Snap left, new left. So it returns this, but also it returns the diff. So once I get the diff, because essentially what I'll need is like support 1 point, 2 point, 3 points, maybe. So if you want to bias left, snap left, and if we're dragging the center, why does this only happen if we're dragging the center? Oh, because we're moving both sides, left, right. Right. So you're moving the whole thing together. So if I'm dragging with a point though, I'm if I'm drawing it with a point, I would have to do the diff left to both final left and final right, because the point it would not be necessarily on the left side. Hmm. Streaming for 2 hours. I didn't even do anything. I didn't do what I set out to do, but this is really important. Yeah. Before I move on, okay, let's just rewrite what I'm doing. On point snapping. Selection point snapping. So the point would be what? It would be an offset from the selection, right? So it would be like left plus something, let's say. So you snap that and then you reapply it back. Da-da-da. So wait, let's see. Wait, let's go back to the editor. So let's say I have things in my world. I do selection hover. Let's say I select everything and I do copy. Bam. Choop. So right now this is based on this guy. Position 1. So the first one is at 0, 0. So when I do this, oh, I still have that. One thing I find weird is, wait, let's say I only have one. What? Okay, this is the issue. So right now this is offset to the top left like that. Oh. Here, where am I? What's my point of view? Which one is that? Is at 0, 0 of the mouse? Let's go over here and I'll paste that in. Oh, it's this one. Right, I forgot that those are like two pieces together. Right, so instead of using... Okay, I see. That's kind of funny. So when I do this, the one that's under is this. So that's what my mouse is centered on. Okay. Okay, so the workflow is I copy something, and now a point has to be figured out. I think the big thing that I should do... So these should always be snapped to the grid automatically, right? It makes no sense to have them not be snapped to the grid. As soon as you have an island in your selection, you have to snap to the grid. Yeah, if I have that as a guarantee, everything else doesn't matter. Everything else can or might or might not be snapped to the grid. But islands are like the big thing under... Those have to be snapped. Well, do they? Yeah, they do because the grid is aligned to them. Well, maybe they're not. Is it possible to do a level that doesn't need to be aligned to the grid? Like, let's say you want only one. What? I broke this? Dirt? Why is the drawing not done right? Mask. Hey, peace. Color to color. Did I break this? Grass. Did I break the tile shader? There's no way. Because it's drawn with it. This is grass. It should be dirt. Because I clicked on that. Oh, I have to refresh it. Oh. So if I click on that, I have that. Oh, whoops. How do we fix that? Because now you have the tile type already in the paste. I'd rather not have to loop through all of that. But it's also possible that I have this hovered. And I click that. So in that case, you can't change the type. Maybe I have to hard code it then. TT paste. But you still want to support. So I guess I have to loop through everything and then if it's the right, fine. But do I also have to do it for the selected one? Is mask paste entity mask paste and e dot. I have to cast entity mask paste e dot tile rect tile type equals tile type. I guess I'll do this bool is type changed like that. We'll do like is type change equals true. That way I won't have to use so much duplicated code. If is tile. I'll take that. Sometimes I set it to false, but it's not really needed. Tile type. Hey, welcome, Devils in the Details. I'm working on my map editor for my game. But I'm doing some really bad code, but maybe it's not that bad, who knows. So now I can go here, have that, dirt, that works. If I select like these, and I want them to be dirt, oh, it works. Maybe that's acceptable. It is a destructive action. But it's destructive on things that don't exist yet. So maybe it's allowed. Are you a game dev? Dun, dun, dun. Man, I'm getting so sidetracked. I started coding something, didn't finish, started coding something else. Dang. Yeah, but it's all quality of life. Yeah, it's maintenance or it's refactors. Maybe I should allow those to change too. Okay, how do we do it? Okay, let's first commit that. So what did I do here? Full-time software engineer, oh nice. That's what I was doing before being in game dev. One thing I like with game dev is that you can do software, but also you can it's a lot of interdisciplinary. So you work with like artists, musicians, yeah, a lot of different types of people. Fixed mask type. Working in monogame is nice because you do code first type of development. Okay. This is a slight little refactor. Factor, rect, edit. Hopefully I'm not putting a new snapping. Hopefully I'm not introducing bugs. But I tested this and it didn't seem to be required. Wait a second. Now that it's been simplified like this, I think I can do it even better. Oops. This here, bias left. Maybe it's okay. Because I could just take this and put the condition right into the if. Yeah. It's okay. Alright. Okay, let's get sidetracked one last time before I do. Okay, editor. Yeah, I think so too. Alright. History. Where's my history stuff? History thing. Okay. I have a bunch of histories. History, create, remove, entity, resize, order. Let's create a new history. Mask tile type. Like that. What you take is the uint. Wow, I'm so bad. Okay, and you take like tile type, old tile type, that tile types, new tile type, like that. Now we have these order entity. So this is tile type entity maybe, where I give you the old tile type, new tile type. Oh, what? And I guess I private void uint id. Yeah, undo redo, exactly. Yeah, sorry, I'm not explaining what I'm doing that well. I'll show you. I guess you've never been here before, right? I'll show you what my game is about soon. E. This I think is safe to do. Entity mask. I think this is safe. Oh, I'm not allowed to do that. Cannot implicitly. Sure. Mask. Then I can do e dot type equals tile type. Also, I think in C# it's more proper to not have an S to an enum, right? Undo. Okay, I'll do that later. There's too much things. Okay, so this. Okay, I get that. Old, new. And now I gotta use it. Oh man, this thing is gonna be like doing so much stuff. But I'll allow it. Maybe it makes it clunky. Oh, also, okay, this is the paste. This is in the paste. Oh no, it's in the create buffer. But you kind of only want to do this if the create buffer is shown. Ooh, that would have been really bad. If is creating. Like that. And then on top of that, tile type change. If, well, no, not really if. So, I gotta find where I applied it. Let's look in here. So you do a bunch of stuff. entities, to list, get it. Yeah, sure, whatever. I guess I'll copy that. We'll use the 4 though, because we don't care. What am I looking for? A mask thing. Oh, I did have a mark. Okay. For each. Why do you not like this? Oh, we don't need that. We don't need the to list either. If oh, I like that. Yeah. I had forgotten about this new thing. So is something and then Y is instant cast. So like I do B, and now I can just do awesome. Oh yeah, that saves me so much time. I guess some of those we don't care, we don't cast. I'll have to hunt down the places. There are other places I think that it was done. The pattern would be bam bam dot. Maybe not. What was the code right before? Let's just check. Oh, there's... I don't know if I use E always though. What? I guess I used it never. I'd have to use rejects though. Yeah, whatever. I'll have to hunt them down. Okay, so now I'm looping through all the entities. And it's kind of weird because we don't know if a mask is selected. My library, oh man. This is what I use for my undo redo. Let's go check. Maybe there's a function I'm gonna need to add. So we do add history, add here, auto commit. This is type history. Okay, so I provide default auto commit. Can I do it? Cancel. I guess I needed to add a new function called cancel. Cancel commit. In case that you're not doing anything. Keep remove. So let's say I go here and I do add. You're putting stuff in here and in here. That's the only thing being done, right? Add, pending undo, pending redo. And then the try commit. It does if auto commit. And then it does this. If you have more. Oh! So if there's 0, then I don't care. So if I do a try commit and there was nothing, if they're both empty. Okay, I think I'm fine. I was like overthinking this, so it just doesn't do anything if I didn't do. Okay, that's good. So in other words, let's do this. History handler dot auto commit equals false. Yeah, I'll take a little break. I'll explain to you the game. So this is a game where it's a puzzle rhythm game where you're on an alien planet, and all life has evolved to use the energy from a massive volcano. So for example, the trees have free-flowing lava inside of them. And in different areas, you have the lava bursting out. So your goal is to try to control a creature on top of the trees, and then you try not to get exploded. Here's an old demo. So if you're there when the explosion spawns, you die. Otherwise, if you're not there on the first frame, you're safe. So levels are cyclical, so they repeat. So you try to see the safe spots, and then you're able to cross. Some levels don't have permanent safe spots, so you have to dodge. Sorry, I'm speed running, but by the way, this map is really hard. Well, it's not hard, but it's not a beginner map. Some levels require backtracking like this. Oh, oops. My computer is lagging, it feels like. Oh, whoops. Okay. Oh man, I can't do it now. Okay, there we go. Ah, too bad. Okay, I'm gonna skip this. Ah, no, I can't do it. I just forgot. Ah, I forgot how to play. Ooh, that was close. So yeah, it's a pretty simple game. It's pretty much all about movements. And trying to figure out how to cross a little pattern. Oh no. Come on. There we go. Okay. It's like my hands are not warmed up. Oh no. This one is the pathfinding trickiness. Yes. And I kind of like this level. It's my peak level design right there. Oops. Yeah, so it's a pretty small game. Simple mechanic, but it can be pushed pretty far. Alright. History handler false true. Try at commit. And now if I don't do anything, then he is entity mask. Let's do that. If it is, then you want a history type tile type where I give you b.id b.tile type and then b dot no, not that, just tile type. But I think you don't want to do this if they're equal. I think if they're equal, we don't do this. Maybe it's weird. No, I think it's okay. So if that tile type does not equal tile type, then you do that. So it's possible that we go through all of it and then nothing happens, and we try to commit, nothing happens. So it doesn't like put too much garbage. Okay, let's try that. This is becoming like doing it's a bit overloaded maybe. I'm so glad to know about this syntax now. Alright. So now I say like this here needs to be volcanic. It doesn't work. Why did it not work? Why did it... Wait a second. So wait, I want this volcanic. Whoa. I made a mistake. Is that not what I'm supposed to call? Whoops. I just assumed. Apply selection. Nope, not apply. Apply edit. New entity. So you do this, history handler. Oh, just commit. You don't try because it's already false. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, this is we're doing it manually, so we do that. Okay, you do the commit. All right, let's restart. This makes it all. This is great though. At least to have this feature, and it was so easy to add. So you're volcanic, bam. Hey, Inferno. This is dirt. Dang, this is great, and I can undo. Oh, undoing this is kind of neat. Grass, volcanic. Awesome. I couldn't do that in my last editor, I don't think. And I can also say, okay, give me that, paste, and I'm like, okay, might as well make it all grass or volcanic. Oh, this is not, yeah, this was an issue I was thinking about. That yeah, this is very awkward. Oh, by the way, let's try this and bring it back. Yeah, I get to preserve, that's good. It's so easy though to make that mistake. Doing that and then pasting. Should pasting unselect? I think it should clear the selection. But it maybe not. You select that, or like let's say I copy that.
I am a robot.
Hey, thanks for follow, Devils. Does it feel clunky to have a selection, paste, and have the selection stay there? It only gets selected. It only gets removed. I have to explore this a lot more, this way of rendering. Imagine a game, because the way that the textures are drawn here is it's like one big seamless texture. And the features, the way it's drawn is meant to match. So it makes things look good. But imagine a game where you draw these types of texture, but then you have the things moving over like a spotlight. That could be fun. I'll have to experiment. Yeah. So, yeah. I like you see how like this is so cool. The feature right there, it becomes the other thing. Top-notch artist work right there. You see the effect is like it's an illusion. Are there any other games that do the same thing? Like they integrate the grid to the art style? Like this, the grid is like part of it, part of the asset. I wonder if anyone does that. I can't wait to play this multiplayer. Alright, what was I even doing now? Was I finished? I guess I was. I'm ready to commit. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I was thinking about if I paste, should I clear the selection? We don't know. Probably not. But it just, you'll have to get used to it. It kind of sucks to accidentally lose a selection. Unless I could undo selections. But whatever. Added history mask type. But it's weird that just one button does so much. Was that an old version of ornaments? Oh, wow. Incredible. I need to make a game that is closer to this art style. Like fully, like really rough, unfinished assets. It has an aesthetic to it. Like just like concept arty, like really rough. This one too, right? It's really rough. Yeah, this is super rough. But it's not bad. It's kind of nice. Concept art the game, that would be nice. Okay, now that I have that, did I do everything I wanted? Now I start the real work. I'd really like to avoid having to do a lot of state variables. Oh, man. Okay, now that I have nothing, let's just go and rename that. So that's a tile type, bam. Only one. There we go, let's save that. Make enum singular. I think in C# you don't put S to enums. Alright, okay. Okay. If in the editor I enforce that islands are aligned to the grid, it means that I can assume that something that is in the world is aligned to the grid. Yeah. So when something is, so like these things here, you don't really care if they're aligned to the grid. You put them visually so that they look good or whatever. Bam. So technically, like, they're aligned to the grid as soon. While the islands here, those The issue is that do I allow, let's say this is there. Do I allow like putting this like right here and then allowing like a single line to go through like that? Let's say this is that. Let's say I put it in dirt just so that it's obvious. Bam. Bam. Does this look good? Is this a valid? Just a single line? I've never thought about it, but maybe. And then you can put things like this up here. Maybe this like that on this side. Maybe this on the other side. Bam. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Maybe. This freaking thing hides my view. Okay, so maybe I can generalize my idea. Maybe not. This wasn't my way. I mean, this kind of looks good. I've never done that before. A single row like that. So it doesn't have to be centered. Or it doesn't have to be... man, that throws my whole thing down for a loop. Like, the game wants to be aligned to a grid, but the art doesn't care. So I guess it's okay to eyeball it. Don't be OCD. Is that the moral of the story? Just put things down and whatever. Like, this is okay. Like, let's say you put that there. We're happy with that. This is good. I'm not completely sold on it. It's not like it looks bad, is it? Placing things like that. So cool, I can do that now. Oh, so cool, it's all seamless. This editor is looking legit. At least for putting stuff down. This looks incredible too. And it's not even done. So I guess the art just doesn't care I can do that. So I don't have to enforce anything. Let people be creative with it. I'm looking at the 3D right there. I guess that's enough depth too. Man, I'd really like to try this game on a 4K monitor. Because the art is drawn for 4K. It's made to be really nice. How big is the default? Yeah, this is huge. It's around here, right? It's a little bit bigger. This is about 1:1. Almost. I feel like I'm downgrading the art by mistake. I'll have to debug my rendering pipeline. Because the art should look better, right? So let's just see. This one is like that. It's this. Oh, I keep messing up. This. Like this look really good. Doesn't this look way better than what I have in my game? I'll have to check, make sure. Oh yeah, these I never, I'll have to add them. That will add a lot of, I could use those to add more depth to the game. I have so much. These can flap in the wind. But, yeah, I could add like little leaves everywhere. Like right here. Oh man. Yeah, this is crazy good. Yeah, I guess I can just do whatever with this art. So maybe I should just never align to the grid. Let things flow. I'll need more than just 20. Something like that, let's see. Oh, this is pretty cool. And I can put like some stuff there. Oh, look at that. This is doable, I think. Just not aligning it to the grid, letting like people do stuff freely. Maybe this whole idea of yeah, the guys, it's outdated now. Hey, Adepokan, sorry I missed your comment. I'm doing like art. Like blowing my own mind doing. I mean, this is like crazy. This is the advantage when you stop being grid-based. You can do like weird stuff. And imagine like this with light effects right here. Oh, that's the Nico. Oh, this little section is cool, quite cool. Yeah, it's too big. I need to push those back or make them be smaller. So essentially those are there to frame the game a bit. Hot speaker? What does it mean? Hot speaker. Oh, this thing goes far. Oh yeah. I put it really low. Everyone's always telling me I speak too low. So now I'm just like making the music. Yeah, my particles are all glitched. I think it happened when I changed my camera. Dang. I guess I broke it. Yeah, you see like particles pop in and out of existence. Yeah, that's so bad. It makes it look so bad. Yeah, yeah. Oh shit, that's bad. Yeah, yeah. No, no good. Very bad. Oh no, no, very bad. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no. Dang, it will be hard to debug. I wrote this code so long ago. Sad. Should I save this map? Probably, right? This blows my mind. The particles, they remove from my enjoyment of looking at this. Oh, interesting. I broke the VS Code thing when I did the paste. Quite interesting. Yeah, this is definitely looking like shit. The rendering, I'm doing something that makes things look blurry. I'll have to look into that. Maybe I am running into the half pixel offset or maybe something else. Streaming for 3 hours, 30 minutes. I didn't even do what I meant to do, but I made everything better overall. Tempted to end the stream though. Do I have notes? Yeah. Da-da-da. I'm really tempted to not have zooming in and out anymore. Just have the camera move and no zoom in or out. Yeah, let's try something. Because I have code to for my camera scaling, Just test this again. So I see that. A bit there, a bit there. If I make this be smaller. Maybe it would be a good idea to add black bars. Oops. That kind of looks bad, right? Maybe I shouldn't allow that. But then again, maybe that's the best I can do without adding black bars. Where are we? What? What happened here? We're zooming in. Oh. Oops. Yeah, maybe I should take a break. I want to work on my path editor, but I'm not ready, I think. Oh yeah, okay, so before I end the stream, I want to read something. I read that a long time ago, or at least I heard about it a long time ago at least. Let's read this. Don't mode me in. That was a long... This was written I don't know what year, but it's been a long time. Last edit. Is it still updated? Okay, let's read this. Don't mode me in. Oh, give me keys. Lots of keys on the keyboard in my cube. Don't mode me in. Let me work without fear that my strokes are misconstrued. Ah man, I can't read it. Misconstructed. Misconstrued. Okay, whatever. Don't mode me in. Let's just keep things simple when I'm banging on my keys. Pasting and inserting and replacing with ease. Make me use MS Word, but I ask you, please, don't mode me in. If I read this better, it would rhyme. Anyway, apologies to Cole Porter. Exploring if it were a high priority OS design criterion. Applications are modes that capture all user input and prevent it from going to the OS or other applications. Wait, I'm reading it so bad. Let's lower the music. Applications are modes that capture all user inputs and prevent it from going to the other OS or other applications. They mode me into the application interface. A philosophy towards don't mode me in implies a philosophy supporting no application. File systems imply modes. It implies that you're working with one file at a time. Though some applications get around this, don't mode me in would reject a file system and simply make all files available for interactions at all times. Example via zoomable interface or object browsers. These would still need to organize and store the objects, of course, but they do so in a manner that allows natural interactions between them. Running vs non-running programs is a mode. Don't mode me in would suggest that programs run continuously, which in turn would suggest that programs, which shouldn't be applications, adopt a different approach towards normal operations. Example, event-driven programming rather than procedural programming, in order to drop the permanent and often expensive polling loops. Processes become objects that are inactive between processing inputs. If don't mode me in was fully embraced as a design criterion, it would lead to an entirely different sort of operating system than any available for use today. Perhaps it would lead to some new OS features. There exists a surmountable problem with don't mode me in. If the user provides input via mouse, keyboard, camera, video and gestures and eyes and facial micro-expressions, microphone, sound and speech, pedals, joystick, sketchpad, Wiimote, and there are no modes at all, and there are a lot of processes, objects that could accept input in a big, unified, zoomable interface browser, object browser, but no applications. How is the computer to even begin to comprehend what the input is supposed to mean? Where it is to go? How it ought to be transformed to be acceptable at its destination? The best answer I can think of is context. If you don't mode me in, you must shoulder tasks that modes would have handled by inferring the semantic context. In a zoomable interface, part of the context is well implied by the perception and apparent focus of the user based on where to zoom in, focus of eyes and focus of other pointer inputs. However, there is also temporal context based in the memory of the user, the objects recently browsed, the commands recently given. Further, one might also apply a predictive learning success failure context associated with the user, allowing the program to learn the user's habits and intuit intent based on success and failure predictions, what the user does and undoes. Of course, context-based is also imperfect and subject to error, but it doesn't mode me in. Fortunately, if extra confirmation is needed due to lack of confidence in a decision or predicted cost performance of performing it, undoable actions never need confirmation. Download me in allows for a request of confirmation input, so long one isn't moded in just to provide a confirmation. For inferring facts about the user's memory and intention, see also explicit user model. Transforming user inputs into something computationally and semantically acceptable to an object, and inferring the intended semantic of inputs. Now that's a very tricky problem. Certainly more difficult than inferring context as to which objects the input was to be applied. It would work, Second Life style, to simply make a single set of inputs that all objects can choose to accept. However, this is somewhat limiting. Most objects won't handle all inputs, so one becomes moded in by the objects. Further, it limits the utility of new input devices. So, for the input interpretation layer, a possible approach would be to provide semantic classifications for the process object as to which forms of input they're expecting to receive, and provide the environment with a mapping layer between common input devices and the objects. Example, left click on object means ABC for objects of semantic type XYZ, or objects of type DEF should attempt to interpret speech from ambient user audio. The environment, zoomable interface R, or object browser would also necessarily always be open to commands if one is to not be moded in. Example, Ctrl-Z means undo no matter what the context or who did it. Or when browsing prawn, the environment is to identify my bus and promptly eject me to a random work location. This mapping could have some flexibility, allowing for learning by the OS. I expect if the context inference was good enough, I wouldn't really need quasi-modes. Modifier keys would apply, but modified operations would apply just like everything else. Despite all the above, I expect it'd be better to have at least a couple major user input modes for the system as a whole, largely to provide for better debugging and better tech support. Example, hit Ctrl Alt F1 and get a semi-transparent command shell across the main monitor that completely hooks the keyboard you use to press Ctrl Alt F1, offering access to a debugger and access to the configuration information for the object browser, and ability to create a fresh object browser or reconfigure the current one. It'd be rather hellish to be called for support and walk in on someone's customized tilted proc environment and be unable to provide meaningful inputs or fixes. This is akin to the Ctrl Alt Delete for Windows. It's a good thing. All this is a pipe dream at the moment. However, it's all possible physically, computationally, theoretically, just not practically. See the discussions in Mind Control with Darren Brown. I think there's actually two separate concerns here which can be teased apart. A modeless data computation model and a modeless user interface. The first does not necessarily imply the second, and possibly shouldn't. I'm not certain how they could be divided. A modeless data model in the context of a UI would result in at least one modeless aspect for the UI. The query results were displayed in the zoomable user interface. It could be from anywhere, not restricted to a single computer, and if one is to have a modeless UI, one would benefit greatly from having a modeless data model underlying every operation as opposed to fighting to create the illusion thereof with every distinct operation. Example, when making objects interact. I envisage an interface perhaps similar to today's GUI, with multiple windows, or tabs, or pages. The exact physical metaphor not being entirely important, as the GUI widgets should be interconvertible. Each window would be a view of the underlying data model or object system from a particular perspective. Example displays, each of which continues. That way you can separate the mode for window. Another implication is that it ought to be possible to distribute one's desktop or browser session equivalent across a set of multiple workstations. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so that was interesting. Gives me a few things to think about, maybe. Yeah, I think I call it here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Join the Discord if you're not. Otherwise, peace. I'll most likely be back tomorrow.